Hello traders, welcome back to another video. Today we're trading XRP 3 minute, November 30, Sunday. A huge range that we traded. And you could catch some big moves if you just trade the range edges or um, just trade extremes, right? So you could actually find some trades here. I just didn't even realize when I went through now. So what works really well when it's ranges? Sometimes second entries doesn't work that well in this habitat or in this market structure. But what does work really well are higher lows, and I found two right here. Lower highs, higher lows. So this is a super weak example of how the market fails to even make a higher low. You see this green bar before where I marked? As an attempt to keep pushing up, but it doesn't. It gets up the bar just disappear and just get obliterated. All people who goes long here or tries to enter long. But we enter short on these areas. We get a lower high, pushes down, you get your 1.5. I don't trade in these times, but I can mark it for you. This one is the same. It's a higher low. I mean, you don't really want to enter here. I mean, this is a great bar for it, and if you work with different time frames, like 10 minutes here could probably be a second entry or something like that. You could work with it and get a perfect entry here or around this area with this bar. But this one is just great as well. You don't get a, I mean, it's kind of like you're above the halfway point in the range, so you kind of have to, you can't really target like up here. It's hard. It doesn't work that many times, so here you have to go for a one-to-one. It's the context of the trade, right? If the bar was, well, or if the, sorry. Let's see if I can find the adjustment. Yeah, if the range was actually trading up here, you could go for 1.5 maybe. But now you have to be okay with a one-to-one. Because the range is tighter. And you don't have that much space to play out, right? And the real thing why I mark these as lower highs is because we push hard through the EMA. And you get some volume here on this candle as well. You don't really get it here, but you get some volume here. You can probably enter. It's not within our rules, but there are great opportunities here. And then we do get a little bit congested. So we get an inside of a channel, we get another channel, another range, inside of a range basically. And that's fine, we can trade that too. To get a low here, you see, you do kind of get a triple test. Could mark it for you. I can totally see you taking this or this as a valid trade. It's a bit more advanced. I'm not gonna mark them because I probably wouldn't take these myself, but I will definitely mark them. So 1, 2, 3, or 1, 2, 3, 4, depending on I want to count it. But I'd say 1, 2, 3, so I'd probably go for this then. But however, it's a first entry, second entry. The only reason I mark it with an arrow instead, so the arrow is a little bit riskier trade in my opinion. And what do you call it? Short position or long position. The position symbol here is a trade I definitely take. There's a second entry here. Second entry short. But the only reason you can't take this if you find out that this is now a range. You don't know it until here. Like you have 3 minutes to find out. And also you do get stopped out on this bar. So I don't know, maybe you take this as your entry bar. But that's the reason I wouldn't even find these that quickly probably unless I sit at my computer 100% glued to the screen, that is. Um, but yeah, I can see you try to take these. I mean, you could even move this one a little bit and say, yeah, I just wanted it to get a better wick or something like that. You know, you just have to be careful there. However, we're at the bottom of the sea here. I was almost saying, but at the bottom of the bottom of the trading range, the big one. Um, and you get a new channel down, you get a break, new low, first entry, second entry fail, second entry short, right here, because this one breakthrough, so jammed up. This bar right here, push through May, rejects, keep going. And it is kind of in the range, you know, and we want to push higher. It does, and now we get so many tests here. I mean, you could first test, second test, third test, triple test. Amazing. And let's say you take this. And you know what I've talked about when there's a small signal bar that gives us room for a 1 to 2 risk reward ratio. Small signal bar, if it was this bar, I'd go for a 1 to 1 or 1.5, sorry. 1 to 1.5. So yeah. After that we get kind of, I don't know, it's really, maybe at this point we like to push down a little bit on the range. And we get congested again, it's another channel. And we break out, we get a new low, first entries, we get a break, first entry, second entry, but we're so in such a big range throughout the day, we do get a little bit empty areas here, right? It is freaking empty and we stack up so much volume here, and that could be your reason for going short here, and I mark it. That's the only reason I mark it, because we get so much empty space in the upper level of the range and we just get a nice second entry, nice bar. Maybe this is signal bar, but we get a nice confirmation here. Second entry short, you get your new low, push up, no higher low, but we push up, we overshoot, we test a new extreme, get a new high. Maybe I can mark either this or this as a triple test. It is also at the new top levels or top area of the range. I could see it. You know, to find triple test, you kind of have to mark like this. You see 1, 2, 3 bars here, or if something like this is a little bit, uh, what do you call it? a little bit wishful thinking, but 1, 2, 3 could work. But I say this is better if you're looking for it. And you should, because we're at the top of ranges. We haven't been there in a while. We had a new high, a good one, and we had a short-term trend with overshoot and break. We test a new high, or test the extremes, and we do get it. And then we push down. Maybe you could argue, but you're in a range here. That's another range, Lord behold. Could say that we're rangey here. And I'd buy that. So it's a first entry, second entry. Can mark this one as well. So you can find so many trades. But you don't really want to go long here, right? But I mean, it's of almost 2 key points. It's almost perfect. But you don't really know that you're in a range here. So this is just for me high level. I mean, you can see it's a bit congested. So, but it's more advanced and high level play. We get a overshoot, new low. We can look for longs here. Recently they don't mark any high or lower high here, or higher low, sorry. Don't have opportunity for it. Maybe we can do it here, but I don't think that's a good idea to do that here. Lower, higher low, sorry. Maybe this one, if this bar, this is a signal bar, if this pushed above, maybe we can mark it actually. You can see that. But you push up. And now you might have to adjust your range again a little bit. You push up. I would kind of like to look for short here. And I think it's not the 3 different occasions, but you could look for a triple test here. I mean, it does get one, that's not two really, is it? No, it's not. It's really a second one here, because you push down, get up again. So, I don't like it. But I could see you're arguing for it, like, it's valid argument. No lower high, so no entry here, unfortunately. Break. First entry, I don't know, but you get your new low. First entry long, second entry can't really get in. Or sorry, first entry short, second entry short, not really right. But here you do get 3 different occasion triple test. I do like this one, because for me triple test has to, they can be stacked as well, but then you need really good, it's all about context, right? But these are 3 different occasions inside a range that we just created. So you just have to find, it's all about finding them. Ranges are quite common, as you can see. But you do get out here. I think it's fine to take this one. But you also have first entry down, second entry. Let's type that again. Second entry long. And at this point you do know, so this is better high probability, but I would probably get out almost a break even here, because you can't get more than 1-to-1. Unfortunately it doesn't push up, so it's either you can't lose on these trades, because it does push up to 1-to-1, and if you go for 1-to-half, I mean, oof, it does get a little bit risky. But you can't, if you get this high up on a trade to a 1-to-1, you can't get out on a loss. if you don't get out on the 1-to-1, you can't get out on a loss. You need to cut it, like on this bar, or on halfway through this bar or whatever. You can't lose on these. You can't have a winning trade turn into a big losing trade, right? And essentially, if you just hold on, this is the max you can get out. Otherwise you lose. So, but I think it would be dumb to like hold on up here, get down into the losing again, and get kind of close to a loss, and then get up. Don't exit again because you want your 1.5 up here, and then you end up losing here later on this big bear bar. But again, that's why you have to be so cautious, and sometimes 1-to-1 is just better if you don't have the experience, right? Sometimes 1-to-1 is the best if you have the experience. If you don't have the experience, it's like, but you will learn if you do it. I wanted to look at this. This is a third entry, right? We push down out of the range. You want to go long here. Um, Lower high, higher low. Sorry, I keep mixing them up today. The first entry, second entry, third entry, short. Oh, lower. Ah, this is actually a possibility, but again, at the bottom of the range and you've been trading in the middle, you don't know. It could push up again really hard. Now this ends up working, but I wouldn't take it. But it is a lower high. A bit of DMA, so this is super. No, I don't even want to mark this, right? It's too. I don't want to teach that because I see so many times it just doesn't work. So that was the video. This is all the trades. There are quite a few trades here. I mean, if you add them up, there's at least a dozen of them. So I couldn't follow that much. My sister was in town. I don't see her too often, so I couldn't follow too. But I did check in every hour or so just to look, and I got a few trades in. A few good setup. I think I got in like here. Or where did I get in? I don't remember exactly. I think I got in here, right? On this riskier trade. And I believe I got in on an earlier trade in the day. I think it was in this range. I think I shorted this one or something like that. We got a few trades in at least. Not only XRP, but this works on every asset you want to trade. And I'm planning on doing some micro ES or ES trading, like both analysis in hindsight and live trades. But we'll see. It's on Ninja Trader, so we'll see. But this was the video for today. Hope you enjoyed. Like the video if you found it helpful, and I will see you next time.